No, it's nothing.
Then why won't you look at me?
Hey guys, it's Adrian, and as you can see here, we're taking a look at Final Fantasy IV for iOS. And this is one of the games that is really jam-packed with content, and one of those classic, old-school role-playing games. You know, just a massive role-playing game where you have a vast environment, vast adventure ahead of you, and tons of quests to take on.
Cecil.
And I'm going to go ahead and skip the scene here just to show you a little bit of the gameplay itself and walking through here. This is a huge, you know, series in that of Final Fantasy, and while the price point is high, I want to talk a little bit about the game itself. It has old school graphics, not the best graphics, but it does have a ton of content packed into it. From the menu system to the story, there's a huge storyline to it. They have great voice acting built in.
On you,
then you've nothing to
along with you know, just cinematics, as you can see here, a huge item system, and here you can see the graphics. The graphics again aren't too great. They're reminiscent of that of the old style adventure map, or you know, adventure games where you're walking around, you can follow a map here, and you can see the controls are pretty basic. Basically, you can take your thumb, finger, wherever you want to use it. You can walk anywhere using this analog joystick here, and as you walk along, you can explore, adventure, and run into fights and stuff like that, as you can see here. So running through the wild, I can run into a fight here, and you can have stuff like auto battle on, which allows you to automatically choose who to attack and stuff here. So we can have attack our certain enemies. You can see your health on the bottom here, and you can turn on auto battle here to fight. You can also choose to skip the next move and or escape and or pause. So with auto battle off, the attacking is as you basically click on your character you want to use. In this case, you have two characters in the beginning, Cecil and Kane, and you choose to attack. And then you choose what move to use, and they have accuracy rates. So accuracy depending on how, you know, your chance of hitting your target here. And then you can choose your other, you know, partner to make an attack move. Now, first off the bat, the battle system is really reminiscent of that old school games, or the console version of Final Fantasy and stuff like that, which I really do appreciate. But one thing I do want to mention is the tutorials. There isn't really much in terms of diving into the game as soon as you start. You basically have a choice between normal and hard. There is a little bit of, you know, walkthrough, but not too much, enough to explain to new users or first-time players of the genre, which is something I found lacking. Menu system. The menu system has really detailed stuff, again, dating back to those games where you have a backpack. You can go into your inventory here. You can check out your equipment. You can see you basically level your characters as you play. They get more mana, health points, etc., etc. You can check your abilities here for your characters here, and they have, again, a really in-depth system here, which is really great for a mobile game. They have status, they have party, you can do quick save. The settings are jam-packed with stuff from music, sound effects, voices, battle speed, battle mode, all this great stuff that you can actually you know, change up here. As you can see, you can even change the interface of the window design. So they definitely took a lot of time in designing the game and trying stuff out. While they may have lacked on the graphics, the core gameplay is still there, I found. Adventure-wise, again, it's a huge adventure, and as you walk through, like I said, you just keep on meeting up new mobs to find and attack. Like I said, you can turn on auto, so if you ever get tired, the battle speed will kind of carry on its own, and you can just watch the battle and you know, go on as you and your enemies fight off. You can change the battle speed, like I mentioned earlier, so you can increase it, you can slow it down. You can take over in manual battle anytime you want. So it really is, you know, giving you choice in terms of if you just want to sit back, let your characters do the work. If you want to go into manual mode, fight yourself. If you want to flee from the fight, all of that. Again, overlying all of this is a huge quest-based game. You also have a map here that you uncover as you walk around, like in most adventure games. Final Fantasy IV definitely sticks to the genre and the role-playing game sort of, you know, vast map, vast adventure, tons of quests to pick up along the way. It's interactive in that you can talk to different people as you go through. And again, like I said, if you don't want to fight, you can easily just try and attempt to escape a fight if possible. And then you can see here, once auto, if your men can escape the fight, then they will get out. There is a little bit of, I've seen a little bit of issues here and there. You can see here, in terms like this, sometimes there's a little bit of weight and stuff like that as you try to escape. And you just got prepared to kind of run into battles along the way as you run through. You can go into cities and stuff like this, and you can see just how interactive the landscape is walking around. You can initiate with guards, have conversations. The voice acting is really great. There is a lot of cinematics, a lot of storyline to it, so if that's what you're into, then definitely check this game out. Overall, my final verdict on it, while it doesn't have the best graphics, it is true and sticks to its genre and definitely has a huge interactive environment from the characters you can talk to, that some will help you out, some really don't contribute, some just have, some lines to say to you, from walking into different places, buying items, talking to shop vendors, resting for the nights in places like this inn and stuff like that. You gather money along the way. Obviously, you get better weaponry, better abilities along the way. All the classic adventure-style games, those role-playing games. Again, definitely shines in that light of the Final Fantasy series. Overall opinion, for the money it's priced at, and it's priced pretty high, I think this is a game only for you if you're into this style of genre. If you're a first-time user, you may not want to go ahead and drop all the money out on it for the first time if you're not really into this game. It is kind of slow-paced. You need to listen to the story. You need to kind of go along. You need to watch. You don't need to watch all the cinematics, but you need to learn the game. You need to learn where you need to go. And objectives aren't always that clear. They don't really have a clear kind of waypoint for you where you need to go. You kind of have to find your way along like in most adventure games. So overall, my final verdict, like I said, it's up to you. If you are into this genre, if you know you enjoy these games, if you enjoy these games on the console, it's that much better on a mobile version that you can take on the go anywhere. But again, if you're a first-time buyer, this may not be for you. Anyways, this is a look at Final Fantasy IV for the iPhone.